Hi Twish, I just got your comment back. Thank you so much for posting. And it was a really good topic that you talked about. Um, I was in the process of trying to do a response to this video, and I got interrupted by the phone. So here I am again, and I'm going to talk to you about my earliest memories. And my earliest memories from my childhood, I remember family get-togethers on holidays. Birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. I also remember going to church. And I also remember the family on my dad's side, um, his mom, my grandma, and her new um, husband. So that would be my second grandpa, because her first husband passed away. And then there was my mom. On my mom's side, there was her mom, her dad, and her only sister, who was married and had two children of her own. My mom had two children. I am 3 years older than my sister Pam. Uh, so Pam is 3 years younger than me. And Pam's birthday is this Saturday. Unfortunately, she was born on Friday the 13th. So I have a memory. It was taken in a photograph. And I didn't know that my sister had done this. I think after looking at the photograph, I can remember. We were sitting at the dining room table that was in the middle. We had our dining room kind of like in the middle of the house. And my sister had opened a birthday card and got some money. I think she got $10. And she was trying to hand the money to me. And I'm like, well, I guess if she was offering it to me, why not take it? But no, I think it went to my sister. Ah, sorry there, my nose is itchy. I have lots of childhood memories. Early memories, I remember one particular memory. I remember my parents had a very close friend across the street, right across from the house. And we went over there to visit, and we were hanging out in the back, and my mom had asked me to watch my sister because my dad was at home using the facilities of the bathroom. And I was supposed to watch my sister, and I turned around for a second, and the next thing I know, here's my sister in the middle of the street, and I heard these cars, honking. And I got into a little bit of trouble for that, but, it's not my total fault. I didn't know my sister was going to do that. Now let's go on to my older memories. I remember after I was 5. I remember being able to be, outside to play. I used to go out, after breakfast, and I'd stay out till, I think I would stay out till lunch, have lunch, and then go back out and play after, and then come home for dinner, and then go back out and play. But I used to try to stay out as long as I was allowed to. And one particular memory I have that I'd like to share with you is I remember I had this friend, and I met this friend because he used to come every other weekend to his uncle's, and him and his sister would stay at his uncle's, and we would always call on them to come out and play. And I remember it would rain, and I would put on my bathing suit, and we would, enjoy the rain falling down, and stand by the curb and let the cars try to splash us. And I had fond memories of riding our bikes and going to the store, and then taking adventurous trips over the overpasses. The highway. There would be like this overpass bridge, and we'd go underneath it and see what kind of treasures and stuff we could find. And I did a little mischievous stuff. We used to stand on top where it was safe to stand on the overpass bridge for the highway, and we would try to spit on the cars that were going past on the highway. And what other memories do I have? I remember playing Barbies with some girls that they were kind of like not nice. They were kind of like stuck up because, well, when you meet someone that gets spoiled or gets what they want, and you yourself have to earn the things that you get, or you got to work for the things that you get, meaning I would do chores, like I'd have to keep my room clean or do my homework, different little odds and ends that my mom would tell me to do, and I'd have to earn by doing these chores to get what I wanted. But then there was children that just got what they wanted, so I used to go over and play Barbies with them. And I also remember the winter time. Oh, the winter time was so much fun for us. I used to get all bundled up, all nice and warm, and I would pretend that I made a kitchen, and I'd make a fort and pretend that it was my house and I could sleep out there because it was so cozy and nice and warm. And I also remember going down on the little hill, because where I lived in a townhome, and just outside there was a hill that went down to the sidewalk almost close to the road. And I used to go down on my sled. I had one of those circle saucers, like this, and it had handles on it. You could run with it and then slide down with it. So I have a lot of early memories, especially from my childhood. I have some memories that I don't want to remember, but I have a lot of good ones. And I want to say thank you. Thank you for doing this topic. And it's very nice to see what other people have memories of. Your memories were so fond. And I remember those carriages. Those were very fancy carriages back then. But as time went on, my mom had a carriage similar to that. But my mom's carriage was a dark blue, which she had for me. And the carriage was able to be lifted. You could lift the bassinet part out, and you could have the baby in the same room that you were in, or you could just leave it attached to the stroller, or I think at that time they called it a buggy. Yes. Nowadays we call it a stroller, or as Brian used to put it for Julia, he would say, that's a Cadillac. The Cadillac of strollers. Because when you have like the bells and whistles and it's all cool and stuff, then yeah, you think you have the Cadillac of strollers. But yes, I think that's about all I have for you. Thank you, and enjoy.